CJ Extreme here, and we're going to be talking about UFC 2. I'm pissed off. I'm legitimately done with this game. I don't understand why it does what it does, but it continuously does it. I'm going to give it one more shot, and if it pisses me off again, I'm done with the game. I'm done. I'm sorry. This game has made me more... This is the only game that's pissed me off this much. I have literally been pissed for like the past few streams. In just an hour of just me being pissed the fuck off. So at this point, I really don't even want to play career mode at all. I don't. Because if you watch these videos, when I first started, I wasn't that good. I was just winning fights because the computer was at like an adaptive difficulty. And the stronger, I guess, I thought at first, the stronger I got, the better I got, you know, that would make a difference, you know. So every time I got better, the computer would get better. I thought it was going to be like a consistent pattern that continued throughout the game. But I was wrong. It seems like the more you rank up, the stronger the computer gets. So, every time I rank up, the computer is going to be incredibly difficult. And it won't matter what I do, which is pretty stupid, if you ask me. An adaptive difficulty, that's pretty damn dumb. That the computer will get stronger and for some reason just be pretty much invincible to what you do only because you ranked up. The competition, yes, should be better, but does that mean they should be able to resist getting kicked in the face time after time after time, or being punched or being tackled, and only winning because they got takedowns? Earlier in the stream, I faced Misha Tate, and I knew it was going to be tough. I knew that. I expected it to be tough. She had a freaking cut on her face, blood pouring out of her face. I am nailing her repeatedly with kicks and strikes. And anything I can really get on her, I was hitting. And they still wouldn't let me have it. They still wouldn't let me win. They just kept saying you suck. And it really seems like every time you try to get better, the game wants you to get worse. I have to face a character. Look here. Look at this. I want to show you. If I could show you my opponent or whatever, it's weird. But anyway, last time I got 102 strikes on Misha Tate, basically. She got a couple takedowns. A few takedowns, right? She didn't do much with those takedowns, but she got a few takedowns nonetheless. There were some impressive ones as well. But if you think about it like this, if you're fighting someone and they knock you down multiple times, right? But they never actually do anything with those not knock you down, they slam you. But they never really do much with those slams, but they do a lot of slams. And you keep punching them in the face, and they're eating these punches, and it's hurting them. It's clearly hurting them. You're doing damage. But for some reason, because you got slammed multiple times, you lose? Okay, so think about it like this. Let's say we had the Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz fight, right? That already happened. Nate Diaz won. But let's say Nate Diaz won because all he did was do takedowns of Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor got multiple hits on Nate Diaz. Meaning, Nate Diaz was not blocking any of the strikes that Conor McGregor was hitting. He got hit multiple times, repeatedly, time after time after time again, getting rocked over and over, but never actually going down. Then he takes down Conor McGregor, doesn't really do much with those takedowns, doesn't even get him in a submission maneuver, and ends the fight. He just continuously takes him down. Yet, regardless of all that, he still wins. Even though he's bleeding from his face, even though all he did was takedowns, he still wins the fight. That's not fair. It's not fair at all. That's stupid. That's really, really dumb. And if you can justify that, explain to me the logic of getting slammed and getting kicked over and over. What's different? I'm pretty sure one's more effective than the other. I'm sorry. Because I was taken down a lot of times, but I put her in a lot of submissions every time she took me down. And I still didn't get anything I wanted. And now you're probably saying, so that was that one fight, you're going to stop? No, it's multiple fights. First time I lost, I was okay with that. I was mad at first, but I was okay with it because I made a mistake. Second time I lost, made a mistake. Okay, I underestimated my opponent. They were too fast. My stamina was low. I probably should have worked on my blocking, and I shouldn't have went in and been so aggressive. Then I lose by decision. No. I lose by submission, which is bullshit because you can't escape. You can't escape. You can't escape. You can't. You can't get out of it. You cannot get out of it. I keep doing right stick this, left stick that, not left stick, right stick repeatedly, going in multiple different directions, not really staying or sticking to a certain one. I keep switching around junk, thinking maybe, just maybe they won't be able to see it coming, yet they still are able to stop me and still able to make me submit. That doesn't make any sense, and it's not fair. It's not. Then I lose my decision because, again, multiple takedowns, not really doing much with them, but doing takedowns. And then it's just ridiculous. It pisses me off. It really does. And the dumbest part is, I have only two takedown defenses, two takedown defense options. And the only time I can use those two options is when they go for a single leg takedown. Most of my opponents do not go for a single leg takedown. They go for a double leg. They go for a suplex. They go for like a freaking tackle or some kind. They don't go for single legs. They go for body tackles or whatever. It's always double legs, something like that, and I can't defend against them because I don't have that option. Then I go to my store and I can't buy one. I can't buy a new takedown. Not takedown defense. There's only offense. There's only offense for your moves. There's no defense. So what am I supposed to do when I'm in trouble? Just sit there and take it? That's clearly what it's saying. It's kind of annoying at this point. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what to do with this game anymore if I can't just get out of moves when I really, really need to get out of positions. For example, if they have me in the north-south position, I have only one option, to sprawl. Then they'll switch over to this other weird side control and they'll have my arm pinned down. And I can't block it. Then they get my other arm. I can't block it. Then I get in a submission maneuver for the dumbest shit ever because they won't let me get out of the fucking hold. Not my fault I can't get the move. The game limited me so that I couldn't get the move. And that really, really annoys me. Sorry. It pisses me off. And now, look at this. Look at my record. 18-5, right? Okay. And then I got a friend of mine telling me that I'm not good at the game. I'm not good at certain elements of the game, but I'm pretty sure I'm good at it in some parts of this game. And my stand-up is pretty damn good. I've gotten better with combos, I got better with timing, and for some reason, enemies just won't go down. I'll roundhouse kick them repeatedly, I'll kick them repeatedly. They'll continuously eat those strikes, and it's like they have a healing factor. I understand it is a game. I understand I have a healing factor as well. But at the same time, I should not go down for 3 strikes if I hit the other person with 7 consecutive kicks to the head. I'm not saying they're, and I said consecutive, maybe that was a poor choice of words. I was hitting them with kicks though. Think about this. If you hit someone with a kick to the head, they're more likely to go down because they're not, 1, not suspecting it, 2, they're not ready for it. I know they're trained fighters, but at the same time, you got kicked in the face. I don't care. You got kicked square in the side of the head. And then, training. Training. You can only train pretty much on average about 3 times. For a big fight and even for a small fight. You only can train 3 times, right? You train those 3 times, they don't really make much of a difference in your attributes overall of any kind. For example, I have, let me show you if I can look at my attributes. Let's look. That's max? Okay, that makes more sense now. At first I was kind of upset because I can't make my arm stronger, but apparently that's my limit. Okay, I didn't know. Alright, so I'm wrong about that point. Okay, so it makes sense for me not to be able to train in that regard. At the same time, I should not be getting injured during a big fight training. I should not be getting injured. Now, I know there's realism, but I'm not going to win the fight if I'm injured. Most likely not going to win the fight because they will exploit that injury. Because when I go for strikes and stuff like that, it won't be as effective. Because when I go for my usual tactics, they just won't work because I'm injured. That's not fair that I get injured and I just can't do stuff, dude. How is that fair? It's not. And the perks are fine. The perks are fine because they actually do work out properly. Because I get stuns and I get wobbles and stuff like that. But I've never been able to quite knock people down sometimes. For instance, this one character named Cat with the last name Z, kicking them in the head, dude. I swear I hit them so many times and they just didn't go down. They just don't go down. You can look at a lot of my fights and you'll see that of course I'm spamming certain things. Of course I'm throwing like random punches and shit because my time is a little bit, well, off by a mile pretty much. And then I'm starting to get a little bit better with it, but usually I keep messing up. But if you look at those fights, that's beside the point. If you look at those fights, when I do connect, those are some really impressive hard strikes that aren't taking my opponent down. I don't know why. I should be able to, but it doesn't. I had the choice of facing this one person. I'm going to show you who they are, by the way, so you know who I'm facing for the next stream. I had the choice of facing Pennington, who I beat before in the first round by knocking them out. And she has an overall, I believe, of like something like 30 or something like that. And then look at next to me. You see Amanda Nunes. She is 100 in every single column. 100 in stand-up. 100 in clinch. 100 in ground game. I cannot play the game with someone who is 100 in every single aspect. I can't get better at the game if that's how it's going to be. So, my question to you after everything I just said, should I continue to play UFC? If no, I'm going to do one more stream. If I enjoy it, if I do better, if I get a better experience, maybe I'll continue to play career mode. If I don't, I'm done. Just like that. If you think I should play, actually, okay. If you think I should play, I'll give it one more shot and see what happens. If you don't think I should play, I'm not going to play it. Simple as that. Okay? There. Thanks for watching.